It's only right for us to start off today's show with that famous TKZ song, Betty's in the A-team area. I'm sure you've all seen the Harambee Stars shining. Karibu Kanairo to all our Kenyan viewers right now. We're going to be talking about Group A. We'll be talking about Group B. Tanzania is doing so many amazing things in that group. But before we get straight into all of that, let's get our trivia question for today and the story making headlines on the continent. S.C, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. Did you say Chen? Benny's in the 18 area, Chen, or?
Oh, no, I didn't say Benny's in the Chan team area.
Oh,
I said
I was just trying to fix the lyrics, but nonetheless, trivia question for today. Yeah. Nigeria were eliminated from the Chen 2024 on Tuesday, following a back-to-back losses. What is their best finish at the tournament, and when was it?
Oh, I didn't know they were eliminated.
You didn't know? Stay tuned. You'll understand why they were eliminated.
All right, now let's move on to the story-making headlines.
Yeah, we've got CAF inter-club news that are happening. We've got the CAF draw that happened, the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations draw league that happened. So those will be happening obviously later in the year, which is September, starting from the 19th to the 21st. Okay. Those are your first legs, and you have on the 26th and the 28th, the second legs that are happening, and then the return legs are happening on the 17th and the 19th of October, as well as the 24th and the 26th of October. And obviously you're moving on into the CAF Confederation space as well, which is Confed starting at the 19th and the 19th and the 21st of September, as well as the 26th. And
so SC, let me come in there, because the first legs of the preliminary round, I understand the smaller teams compete in those. Now, the second preliminary round, they're big boys, big teams that participate in that.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed like a team like Pyramids, for example, isn't going to be competing in the second preliminary rounds. Why is that?
I don't know why you mentioned them with big boys when you mentioned the question.
I mean, Pyramids are the holders of the Champions League.
I hear what you're saying, but look at it in a 5-year CAF cycle. They haven't accumulated enough points to be with the big boys. That's why you find Al Ahly in that space, as well as Mamelodi Sundowns. So Pyramids has not shown enough in terms of the point system to be in there, so one could stretch the conversation, but nonetheless, if I stretch the conversation, I'll be talking about a tournament that uses the same models, but that's a conversation that Sundowns, Al Ahly, Tunisia found themselves in. It's almost a similar theory in terms of that one. The point system, Pyramids did not accumulate enough points.
This point system. Anyway, we will talk more about it when we start talking about the CAF Champions League. The preliminary rounds is going to be exciting. It's coming up. Keep watching the FA show every week. Now, let's get into the action in the Kasarani Stadium. It was electric. It was amazing. Seeing Benni McCarthy is so excited. Now, SC, Kenya have played 2 games with 10 men, basically, most of the game, and managed to win these games. What's the magic with Benni McCarthy?
I think Benni is one coach that knows how to speak to his players, just to amplify his players, to say, look, you need to understand the moment that you are in. And let's remember, Benni played for one coach that believed in him, which is Jose Mourinho. And when you look at that, Benni almost have the same characteristics in terms of being a coach. I mean, he understands football. He's been at the highest level. So him getting at this tournament with Kenya, after beating Morocco, that is a huge statement, to make.
Yes, I mean, I have a quote from him here. He said, "I am not sure if you remember that I played under a certain coach, Jose Mourinho." Yeah, that's what you said right now. He was a master of that. So as a player, playing in a team with 10 men was hell, but we used to manage it perfectly, like it was our everyday thing. He said, we're not here to park the bus. It's not only the bus we'll park, we park the train, then the bus in front. Very interesting. I think Kenya has what it takes to go far in that group. But that group is very interesting. There's still some amazing games that will be played tomorrow. In that group, Kenya is going to be playing against Tanzania, and then Morocco versus DR Congo. What do you see happening in Group A?
Just for a point of correction, if you look at the fixture that Kenya is playing, it's playing Zambia. They play in Zambia, the following day, which is on a Sunday. So that fixture alone speaks
tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow, definitely.
Yes.
It speaks volume. So when you look at that fixture alone, it tells you that Benni McCarthy's charges needs to be preempted up. But I can take you back to the match they played against Morocco, and you look at how tactical Benni is and how clever he is as a coach. When they get the 2 red cards, he introduces the 2 players, which is Obad Omar and Alphonse Omija. Those 2 players are very important for Benni. But what I find interesting about the discipline of the players is that they've been interchanging one another. These are players that one gets a red card and the other one replaces another one. So he needs to fix that for him to have a solid team in terms of the fixture he's playing against Zambia. So it's quite important for him to maintain that. But ideally, I don't see him struggling in that fixture. I think he's going to do something interesting. As much as the group is quite open, to be honest with you, DRC can still go through, Morocco can still go through. So it's quite open. It's not as pretty much as close that we'd imagine,
Yes, and I'm looking forward to seeing a player like Austin Odiambo, the man they call the Rolls Royce. I want to see more of him. And what makes this CHAN tournament so exciting so far is that we saw the tournament debutants beating one of the favorites in this competition. I couldn't believe Kenya could beat Morocco. Now let's look at another team doing the business. The big question now is who's going to stop the Taifa Stars of Tanzania at this point in time? They are playing amazing football in Group B.
I'm glad that you're saying this because now at some point when the tournament started out, we were busy raving about Algeria, and you look at what Tanzania is doing. I think Clement Mzizi, Shomari Kopombe, these players are just doing something amazing into the team, and I think their coach, Hamed Suleiman, he's got his head on his shoulders, and pretty much 9 points out of 3 games tells you that it's a coach that understands what he wants to do with his team, and that's why they find themselves in this position.
Amazing. Tanzania, in the first 3 games, were the only team to have 100% record. Isn't that amazing? When the tournament started, if anyone told you Tanzania would be playing this well, would you have believed them? Anyway, we'll be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about Nigeria and South Africa. You don't want to miss the conversation. Stay tuned.